Hey guys, it's Drew again. Today I wanted to share a story about how I made a simple decision decades ago that led to one of the biggest regrets in my hobby collecting experience. So let's check it out. So the story starts back, I think it was about 1994. I was right out of college, didn't have much money, but I was really heavy into collecting, especially buying packs and cards, and always looking for the next big set. I was looking for the next hit. I was big into collecting Ken Griffey Jr., which everybody was. His stuff was so good. Companies were coming out after set. It seemed like every couple of weeks there was another new set or subset, and then parallels were coming out. There was just an exciting time in the hobby. Well, there was a show that was not too far from where I lived, and I went to the show, and I walked around. I was just loving all this stuff, and I was probably trying to pick up a set or find a Griffey or whatever. And but I tend to hang out at shows for quite a while, just spending time talking to people, other collectors, other dealers, and I'm sure you guys are doing the same. Well, it turns out that there was an autograph guest there that day, and I knew who he was because he was a Hall of Famer and one of the greatest left-handed pitchers of all time, and he was there, and the show had died down a little bit, and I remember looking over and seeing him at a table, and there was his handlers or some guys over there with him, but there was nobody in line. There was like a little rope set up, and you could go and pay your fee, and the autograph guest was none other than Warren Spahn. And so Warren Spahn was sitting there, and he had a smile on his face. He's kind of joking with people, but there was nobody around. And I remember it was kind of off on the side of the room, and it was kind of sad. Look, because there was tons of people all over looking, but nobody was over there. The people that had already wanted his autograph had already come, gotten it, and gone, and there was nobody in line. But he was dutifully sitting there, waiting for his chance to meet somebody else, or maybe it's time to be up. Anyway, I remember seeing him sitting over there at the table, and I remember a sign that said Warren Spahn, any item, $20. It's $20, $20, and you can get any item that you had signed. And so I wasn't into autographs. I wasn't into any of that kind of stuff. I was all into cards or whatever. And I remember that there was a set that had just come out, and I remember distinctly it was a 1994 Fleer Flare. If you remember the Flare cards, they were real thick. They had a really good image. I just really loved the photography on it, and they were just the new big thing. I had bought a bunch from '93 when they first come out, and '94 had just come out, and I was really into hoping to get a Griffey or whatever, and I didn't have a whole lot of money, but I did have $20. Well, as it turns out, a box of this stuff was $20, and I remember a dealer had a box of $20, or $20 for a box of Fleer Flare sitting over there, and I remember standing there near this dealer's table, looking and seeing a box of the new, at that point, shiny thing that had been sitting there for $20, or Hall of Fame legend Warren Spahn, any item. And I also remember that if you didn't have an item like a baseball, a bat, or something else for him to sign, he actually had little 8x10 glossies that for $20 you would have gotten it, and he would have given you the picture. And I thought I could go meet Warren Spahn and get an autograph, or man, I could buy this new stuff. And it was really kind of back and forth. And I remember the debate in my mind. I remember thinking about what should I do? And, a Vintage Legacy, that's the name of my channel. There he is. I've got to go and get a Warren Spahn autograph, right? Well, no, that's not what I did. I decided, he's here. I'll get him some other time. I'm not really into autographs anyway. I'm going to get this stuff because maybe I'll get the big card. So I took my $20, popped it down, grabbed the box. I remember opening it all, and by the end, nothing. Not one hit. I didn't even pull a Griffey, not even a base Griffey. But I want to show you what the cards look like in the decision that I made by getting this box instead of this autograph. I can't. I don't even have the cards anymore. They ended up in a box, a 5,000 count box in a closet, gone on a yard sale years ago because they're all worthless. They had no meaning to me. I had pulled this exciting possibility, and I had opened up the packs, and I made a choice to do that, and when I did, I failed. And I didn't get anything. But if I had taken that same $20 and walked over, I could have met Warren Spahn. More than likely, he could have talked to me, probably until somebody else comes up in line. He was known for being very amicable. He was known for being friendly and talking to fans. I could have learned about him, about his career. He played with Hank Aaron. He was there. I mean, he had an amazing life. He had this amazing career. One of the highest winning left-handed pitcher in history. I mean, just incredible. But I didn't know all that stuff, and I thought, and I took for the instant gratification for something over the long term, and I thought, dang it. All these years later, 30 years later, actually, and I still don't have a Warren Spahn. I've had the opportunity, I could, but I do have a Warren Spahn card. This is from a 58. I just wanted to show something at least in the video. And so this is his 58 All-Star card, and you can see him leaning in. I love these cards. I love this set, and I've got a few of them from different players. But I want to thank Matt from the Card Story. I texted a bunch of guys. I was like, I don't know what a video to make. And he's in this middle of this incredible run of trying to get all the base cards from Warren Spahn. And he was talking about how Topps just never seemed to get his birthday right. And I thought, oh, wait a minute, Warren Spahn. There's a story. I totally forgot about me standing there and doing that. And I find it funny because you know, we make decisions in our own life or collecting life or whatever, and we have a choice between this or this, and we don't really know. We kind of weigh it out based on whatever. And at that time, I based it on, well, maybe I can get something big, and I ended up not only not getting something big, I lost out on an opportunity of something that would have maintained and lasted so much longer than even if I had gotten a big hit out of that box at the time. And, you know, there's so many times like that. And it's actually one of the basis of why eventually, not too much longer after that, I stopped buying packs. I haven't bought packs in almost 30 years. And it's okay. I mean, buy packs, buy boxes, have fun with it, get that big hit. I understand the rush from it. But for me, it made more sense to just, you know what, if this is what I want, I can go find it now online, eBay, card shows. There's so many different availabilities. You can find something and go get it. But for me, I made a choice. That choice ended up changing the way, my perspective of the way I look at things, and the way I collect and what I have. But, you know, it's still a story. It's kind of a regret, but you know what? Someday I'm going to get that Warren Spahn autograph, and at least I'll have it. I just wish I had the opportunity to meet him while he was still with us. Anyway, I appreciate you guys listening in. Thank you so much for all this. I've just had this huge swell of support on my channel that I just don't feel worthy of, and I'm really grateful for it. So for all you guys out there, I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do. You guys have a good day. And be good. Because I forgot that part.